In this video, let us learn about cultural studies. This is one of the emerging literary field in English literature, which combines the ideologies of semiotics, Marxism, feminist theory, ethnography, post-structuralism, post-colonialism, social theory, political theory, history, philosophy, and the like. Let us now see what is cultural studies. So, this cultural studies is an interdisciplinary field that examines the contemporary culture and its historical foundation. There are many researchers who generally investigate on how cultural practices relate to wider systems of power which are associated with the social phenomena. This includes the cultural background of a particular ethnicity, ideology, class structures, national formations, gender, generation, etc. This cultural studies is a wider field that employs cultural analysis, cultural anthropology. This cultural anthropology is a different branch of study which studies about the variations among humans. Cultural studies also focuses on the ethnic studies, which is again an interdisciplinary study. It talks about race, ethnicity, nation, sexuality, gender, and the like. This cultural studies itself developed by the British Marxist academics in the late 1950s, 1960s, and 70s, and subsequently it transfers according to the scholars from many different disciplines around the world. Now let us see who used this term cultural studies at first. It is Dennis Dworkin writes about a critical moment which was after Richard Hogarth used the term in 1964 while founding the Center for Contemporary Cultural Studies at the University of Birmingham. This is the first international institution for cultural studies. Richard Howard, he appointed Stuart Hall in the School of Cultural Studies, which he started at Birmingham University. We know that Stuart Hall was a Jamaican-born British Marxist, socialist, cultural theorist, and political activist. He is one of the founding figures of cultural studies along with Richard Hogarth and Raymond Williams. To trace the development of British cultural studies, there are many figures such as the works of Richard Hogarth, E.P. Thompson, Raymond Williams, Stuart Hall, Paul Willems, Angela McRobbie, Paul Gilroy, David Morley, Charlotte Brunsdon, Richard Dyer. During the late 1970s, scholars associated with the gender studies, race studies, along with cultural studies, the research area of cultural studies itself began to attract a great deal of international attention. Throughout 1980s and 1990s, the studies such as post-structuralism, postmodernism, and post-colonialism is considered along with cultural studies. The major other subject of cultural studies include hegemony. This idea was started by Antonio Gramsci. He is an Italian thinker, writer, and the leader of Communist Party. The works of Judith Butler, who is an American feminist theorist, her works are also associated with cultural studies. The theories of hegemony captivated attention in the critical studies of subordinated people, example the working classes, colonized peoples, women, and the like. The next major critical studies include globalization, cultural consumption. Again, globalization is an analysis of local sides and practices of negotiation with resistance to Western hegemony. Under cultural consumption, the theorists such as Stuart Hall, John Fiske are influential in these developments. Hope this introduction to cultural studies helped you. If you need more details, drop your concerns below. Thank you.